Oh, wait, no. There we go. Dude, the time flies, bro. Last I looked, it was like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, it's already 9. And everybody freaks out because I'm a minute late, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna start doing like old Nick Fuentes and make you guys wait for 4 fucking hours before I go live. We'll just sit here and listen to AI music for 4 hours like everybody else. Okay? You guys are spoiled. What's up, everybody? Hello. One of the things I've talked about a lot, which is it's been mind-boggling to me, is why Alex Jones has not been back on the Joe Rogan podcast. To me, the episodes with Alex are extremely viral. They're the most entertaining fucking episodes ever. Like, my favorite Rogan episodes, by far, both of them, both of the Alex, the one with Eddie Bravo and the one with Tim Dillon, my 2 favorite top Joe Rogan episodes. And as the years have gone by since 2020, which, by the way, 2020 was the last time Alex Jones was on Rogan, I'm like, what's going on here? How can it have been 6 years since Alex Jones has been back, especially when Rogan made the move? What was it, 2021, when Rogan made the move to Austin? I was like, oh shit, dude, we're probably going to get Alex Jones on like monthly or maybe a couple times a year because shit, they're in the same city now. They're just down the road from each other. But no, dude, 6 years later, and we have not had another episode with Alex Jones on Joe Rogan. Well, Rex Jones posted a little video where he explains what's going on, and it's pretty much what everybody thought it was. It's Alex Jones is essentially too dangerous, which I find fucking hard to fathom because, like, Rogan has a lot of unpopular people that a lot of his audience don't like, people that are politically divisive. So why is Alex too dangerous when all these other people aren't? So I don't know. It's really weird, but we'll watch the clip with Rex. I think Trump's finally flipping out on Netanyahu. Everybody's like, oh, this is just a show. It's just theater. I don't fucking know, dude. But it wouldn't surprise me, honestly, because Donald Trump, there's one thing I think he does care about, and it's he wants to be liked by people. And doing this whole Iran excursion bullshit has really made him very unpopular with the people who loved him before. So I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes Donald Trump might be crashing out a little bit. But he's found himself like, in a bit of a pickle. How's everybody doing? It's because Alex tells the truth. Possibly, or maybe there's something really going on with Spotify, or maybe they're afraid of getting in trouble with YouTube. You know, it is risky, but it tends to be okay these days. Like, you can have Alex Jones on as a guest and it will do good views and it won't get banned. That's been proven over and over, so that doesn't make much sense. But yeah, hello everybody. Like usual, smash the thumbs up, help get this going. There's one thing I'd like to ask for the loyal viewers who are here, who enjoy the show every day. When I schedule the show, if you can, if it's too much to ask, I understand, but it don't really take much to do this. When I schedule the show, if you can, open a tab and just wait and just leave it open and like wait in there. Because I'm wondering, because I see a lot of shows that do more numbers, like they get a lot of people waiting for the show while it's scheduled. So maybe if we have more people actually waiting for the show, maybe YouTube will share it out to more people. Also, like the show, like the stream, all that shit helps. So, all I'm saying is you see the stream, you see it scheduled, open it up and just leave it in a tab. It's not going to hurt you. It's just an extra tab where you wait for the show, and maybe that will help it get seen by more people because YouTube is very stingy about sharing this out. Also, links are in the description if you want to become a member. That's great. We have Patreon and YouTube. And super chats are open like always. And thank you. Thank you, guys. Hello, John. Hello, El Jefe. What's up? Yeah, I know like a lot of you do, but it's for like most of it, it's like 5 viewers waiting. And it's like, damn, 3 likes. And I'm like, ugh. And then like, 2 minutes before everybody shows up, which is great. At least people show up. I can't complain. But I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had a great weekend. A great Monday, a great fucking Tuesday. Let's get to this. This is Rex, Alex's son, Rex Jones. Good dude. I should be on his show Monday, by the way. American Journal, I believe is the name of it. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Unless something falls through. I should be on the show, so check it out. American Journal. I don't know where it's at. I guess on Infowars' new site or whatever. I forget the name, Alex Jones Live or whatever. But yeah, let me pull this up. I'm rusty. I don't know what it is today. I'm fucking up everything. Every little thing I should know how to do a million times over, I'm fucking up today. But yeah, here's Rex Jones talking about it. We'll react to it.
Can we please talk about why Alex hasn't been on JRE in over 6 years? Excellent question.
Yes, let's talk about it, please.
Let me describe the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones relationship. They're very good friends. I know they text and talk all the time. So I'm talking about, kind of the media relationship between the two and what the two represent kind of as archetypes, kind of just as media figures, what they are and why they need each other, in my opinion.
Let's see what's up. Did I lose my internet? There we go. Yeah, that was weird. OBS just disconnected and reconnected out of nowhere. Oh boy, that got me scared. I was like, what does YouTube got a problem with this time? All right, everything seems to be good now. Everybody, okay, sorry about that. OBS disconnected, and reconnected on its own for some reason. Let's get back to it.
Always been the guy that has had that authenticity, that credibility, especially really back in the day, back in the golden era where he was the guy, especially even now, where like he's making the predictions back in the day and they all sounded so crazy. That's what made everybody listen. A lot of them have been vindicated, like Epstein, for example. My dad was the first person to talk about Epstein.
Yeah, I don't know why it just reconnected and connected again. What's going on here with OBS? This seems to be an OBS issue where OBS just disconnects and reconnects. Okay, that's twice. That's twice. Let's hope this whatever the fuck this is calms the fuck down. All right, let's get back to it. I'm going to restart it. I'm going to restart the clip. Too many interruptions. Guys, if you're at home, please pray for my OBS that it doesn't do that to me anymore. What the fuck?
Can we please talk about why Alex hasn't been on JRE in over 6 years? Excellent question. So let me describe the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones relationship. They're very good friends. I know they text and talk all the time. So I'm talking about, kind of the media relationship between
Joe sabotaging the show.
Represent kind of as archetypes, kind of just as media figures, what they are and why they need each other, in my opinion. So my father is the guy, like the man out in the wilderness that's screaming at the sun, but he's got something to say and it's important because, the sun might burn and kill us all, right? So that's kind of his archetype. And he's always been the guy that has had that authenticity, that credibility, especially really back in the day, back in the golden era where he was the guy, especially even now, where like he's making the predictions back in the day and they all sounded so crazy. That's what made everybody listen. A lot of them have been vindicated, like Epstein, for example. My dad was the first person to talk about Epstein. So Rogan,
maybe that's what it was, dude. Just saying the word Epstein causes OBS to fucking quit. I don't know.
With the mainstream massive audience, he's got huge platform, much bigger platform than we do, right? Or ever had. Well, he's got the biggest platform in the world, right? That's Joe Rogan. The problem, though, is because he has the biggest platform in the world, he has to appeal to this very, very wide, broad base of audience. And that can make him, he might be, I kind of think he is, a milquetoast fence sitter. He kind of has to adopt a lot of those positions.
I agree that Joe is a bit of a milquetoast fence sitter. A lot of people with giant shows are. However, he's done plenty of things that would piss off his audience, like supporting Trump. Like, what's going to piss off more people in his audience, the non-Trump supporters, than coming out and supporting Trump, having Trump on, endorsing Trump? So if you're willing to do that, knowing that like half of your audience is going to fucking hate you forever for that, why aren't you willing to have Alex Jones on? Because even the left-wingers who hate fucking Trump, right? They got Trump derangement syndrome. A lot of them are still capable of watching an episode with Alex Jones and enjoying it. That's a little dirty secret. Like, they still find Alex Jones funny. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little weird. I still feel like there's something deeper going on here because, I don't know, let's keep hearing Rex out.
So having Alex on or having my dad on, people go, oh, Alex, he's a media figure, whatever. Having my dad on the show gives Rogan a layer of credibility that he otherwise doesn't have because like he's platforming this guy. Nobody else will do it, but Rogan will do it because it's free and it's all about finding information, finding the truth until it gets too hot. Okay, until it gets a little too dangerous. And then Rogan's like, maybe I don't want to have you on anymore. And I think you saw that in the last episode that they did with Tim Dillon. And in that episode, the fact checking is just insane. My dad's not a fucking liar. Like, he might make mistakes, he might be wrong.
I remember that. Jamie was fact checking everything. Jamie, can you pull? I wonder if that was Spotify. But what is it about Alex that's so dangerous? Like, to me, the biggest danger of Alex is having him on and then getting your shit banned for having Alex on. But that's proven not to be the case anymore. Is it sponsors? Are there sponsors that Joe has or Spotify have that those sponsors might be upset? That might make sense.
About, you know, minor detail here or there, whatever, but he's not a fucking liar. And Joe treated him like he was a fucking liar. And I thought that was very disrespectful because of all the credibility Joe has gotten from my father throughout the years. And you cannot tell me that that's not true. Okay. You really can't. And they're good friends. I don't even know about their relationship for like 20 years. I'm not speaking to that. Purely from, you know, post JRE 9/11, the only reason why Rogan hasn't had my dad back on frequently is because it's too dangerous, right? And he's not willing to, you know, put himself in that position. So you can say that's smart from a pragmatist level.
I don't know if I agree with that, though. I don't see what's so dangerous about having Alex on. Joe is supposed to be his own guy. Nobody controls him. It was dangerous to have him on in 2017. It was dangerous to have him on in 2020. Probably the most dangerous ever, 2020, because you remember COVID, probably one of the most censorious time periods in modern history. So why would it be more dangerous now than 2020? It's hard to buy that. I still think there's something going on there. There's got to be something more to it.
You could say that's weak from a friend level, especially because if you look at the deplatforming, he didn't have us back on to talk about that. Well, actually, he did. He did have him back on to talk about that. But if you look about the lawsuit, about the Sandy Hook stuff, and this is why the Alex Jones apologetics that I need to do with Harrison is so important. Rogan really should have defended us, but he's got all liberal friends. It's all the mean man. Oh, and at one point, Rogan was reading Media Matters talking points. So here's what I think.
See, that's one little suspicion I've had, because if you remember one of the edits I made back in the day, Joe Rogan versus Alex Jones, when friends go to war, very popular, by the way. People loved that little feud when it was going on, because Alex was just so over the top, saying things like, Jesus told me to stop, like, was it to kill Joe Rogan? Or I forgot. I mean, he was talking crazy, mad shit, and obviously a little bit of it was just entertainment and it was fun. But I think that Joe might still hold a grudge over that. I don't know. I always wondered, because the things Alex was saying were fucking crazy, but fun as well. And yeah, it's possible that Joe might still hold a grudge over that shit, even though they kind of, they made up and did a show right afterwards. I wonder.
It all is at the end of the day, I think Rogan is the greatest interviewer to exist or have ever existed in the age of like modern broadcast media. I really do believe that. But at the same time, I think it's a business for him. And that's how he considers it to be 100%. And anything that doesn't have a good enough ROI is going to get discounted. And the ROI for my dad is insane. But the flip side of that is that you're probably going to get punished by like the big companies or the government or whatever, because they really don't like it. So that's why my dad hasn't been back on Rogan. So excellent question from Nimrod Pod.
I still find that like he's just too dangerous. That's hard to really accept, that it's just that because he's too dangerous. Because like tons of people have him on. Tons of people still interview Alex. He's been on a lot of big shows, and they didn't get. I mean, there was a point. Like, remember he had his appearance on Tim Pool got nuked. His first appearance on Flagrant got nuked. But this was closer to 2020 when the censorship was way worse. So I don't know. It's still hard for me to accept that explanation that he's just too dangerous. Although that could be it, but I don't know. Joe has dangerous people on all the time. Could be the sponsors, really. If it is because it's too dangerous, it's possibly because he might lose some of his sponsors. And that's part of his Spotify deal. The sponsors, apparently, like, all the money goes to Spotify from the sponsors. Like, so Joe got a bunch of fucking money from Spotify to not even be exclusive, right? So he can post on YouTube, he can post on anywhere, but all the sponsorship money goes to Spotify, or I don't know if all of it does, but a big portion of it does. And maybe that's the danger, is the sponsors behind the scenes are like, no, you can't do that. I don't know, but shout out to Rex. People were saying, I don't think Rex is really Alex Jones' son. He is, dude. Trust me. He's just more laid back. I think he's capable of letting loose and being a little more crazy if he wants to. Yeah, Rex is good. He's growing. I remember watching him when he was a young man, hanging out at the InfoWars studio, and I remember clips of him going in the field with Alex and recording shit, and they would fight like a father and son. And it was kind of heartwarming because I was somebody who went to work with my dad when I was very young. And it is an odd situation when you're working for your father because your father is usually going to be harder on you than everybody else. And it just reminded me of working with my own dad, which was, it was kind of cute. It was kind of cute.
Very good question today. Yeah. Alex has forgotten more shit than we'll ever even know. This is true. This is true, and people don't realize this. Like, he's consumed so much information and talked to and interviewed so many people of note. Really is crazy. Yeah, he is a money-making machine. Absolutely. Here's the thing. People don't know this about Rogan. I know this about Rogan. They sold, it was On It or the supplement company associated with
Yeah, On It. They sold On It.
or whatever for like $300 million, like back around the time of like the McGregor Mayweather fight. So like, everyone talked about the Shopify deal. Like, it was like this insane thing that he was going to get paid like $100 million. I like laughed at that. I was like, he already probably is a billionaire. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, you don't think like some crazy billionaire lunatic has given Rogan like a shit ton of Bitcoin or something like that? Like, he's loaded. Right? That's the point. He is a money-making machine. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good point.
Is Rogan a billionaire? I don't think Rogan's a billionaire. Might be close. Might be close.
Yes, that's true. You don't know where your car keys are, Jack?
What are we doing?
Yeah, it sounds great. I'll have some crash shot energy. I appreciate that. That is false. Joe's been on InfoWars multiple times. Yes. Okay, he's done in-studio interview. He did one with my dad in like 2020, 2021.
That was epic as well.
That's not the same thing as doing the podcast, right? And Rogan is right here in Austin. It literally, like, if he dropped an episode with my dad tomorrow, it would get 50 million views.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense, dude. You literally have podcast gold like right next door to you, and you're not going to take advantage of that gold. I'm thinking, honestly, now that I think about it, there's probably something to do with the sponsors. Or maybe Joe just, I don't know, maybe Joe, I don't know. I kind of have a suspicion Joe's maybe doesn't like Alex as much as everybody thinks. Maybe there is some beef there, dude. But yeah, that's something I've been posting about for a while. It's like, why the hell hasn't Alex Jones been back on? First of all, from a selfish point of view, that's a definite edit. You get Alex Jones back on Rogan. That's one I'm not going to pass up. I'm going to edit that. So yeah, selfishly, I'd like to see it happen, but also it's just a fucking fantastic episode every single time. And with the Iran war shit right now, I think Alex would be the perfect guy after his falling out with Trump to come on and talk about that shit. So yeah, it is what it is. We also got big news coming out today. Trump talking to Netanyahu says, "You're fucking crazy." Trump fumes at Netanyahu and call on Lebanon. I don't know, it could be getting a little rough behind the scenes. Obviously, the reporting is not changed with Iran. It's 1 second. It's, the war's basically over. It's going to be over any second now. And then the next second, it's like, oh, more bombing. Actually, it's so fucking schizophrenic. I'm gonna have to look this up and see. I'm gonna have to look this up and figure, because this is the first time OBS Studio has ever done this, where it just disconnects and reconnects out of nowhere on its own for no reason. I'm gonna have to look this up after the show and figure it out. Maybe I need to update OBS or something, but weird. So yeah, this report came out from Axios today. President Trump lashed out at Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Holy shit. Are you serious? I hate these fucking websites. I read this earlier and it was free. Now it's not free. Now I gotta subscribe to fucking read this thing. Okay, essentially, he's pissed off. Trump called Netanyahu crazy and accused him of ingratitude, according to two of the sources. He's like, oh, you would be in jail if it wasn't for me. So I wonder what's going on there. You see, we got some more reporting on this. Obviously, Axio put this behind a fucking paywall. I guess I was allowed to read it once, and then once I want to read it twice, oh nope, now I got to pay for it. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't understand how these companies make any fucking money putting everything behind a fucking paywall, dude. Like, why don't you just have ads on your shit? I'm guessing there are people that are retarded enough to pay for shit like this. I guess that's what it is, dude. I have never paid once to read some news fucking website, dude. It's like, oh, you're behind a paywall? I guess I'm not fucking reading it then. All right, well, let's get to the next one. Here's Jesse Waters talking about it.
Fox News alert, the Iranians just got the wind knocked out of them. Overnight, U.S. forces conducted airstrikes on multiple targets, hitting the enemy's radar and command and control centers. That came after the mullahs shot down one of our own drones, a $4 million Predator. Central Command says these strikes were defensive. Kuwait also in the crosshairs. The enemy fired off a barrage of missiles and drones into the country. Two drones headed towards our air base there. They were neutralized. Iran's proxy, Hezbollah, also feeling feisty this weekend. The terrorists launching over 50 rockets into Israel. This morning, Netanyahu ordered the IDF to strike the capital of Lebanon, Beirut, targeting Hezbollah strongholds in the vicinity.
Flatman, we're good with the wrenches right now. We don't really need any more. But if we do, I'll keep you on the list. If we need another mod, I'll add you. You'll be the next mod, Flatman. But right now, we don't really need any, though. I appreciate it.
Israeli ground forces are also pushing into mainland Lebanon, capturing a 900-year-old medieval castle. Look at that. This is their deepest military incursion into the country in over 25 years. Trump, not that happy about Israel. More on that in a sec. But the Iranians are calling this a...
Bro, what do you... Fuck you, Fox. Don't show clips like
spending negotiations and vowing to completely block the strait.
Can't show shit like that.
POTUS says that's just a bluff. Writing on Truth that talks are continuing at a rapid pace. But if the talks are off, he couldn't care less.
Bro, it's so schizophrenic. One day, oh, it's over. And then the next day, oh, we're bombing them again. You just cannot trust any information that comes out. Everything is such bullshit. I mean, Marco Rubio, again, today, he's like, well, the war is basically over. And then meanwhile, like, they're hitting our bases again and we're hitting them. And it's like, bro, it's fucking annoying, honestly. Because you just can't believe anything that comes out. Because it's always bullshit. 100% of the time, it's bullshit.
He told NBC, quote, I think we've been talking too much, if you want to know the truth. I think going silent would be very good. And that could be for a long time.
Things are obviously the negotiations aren't going well.
POTUS says that wouldn't mean more bombs. We just go silent and let the blockade work its magic. CENTCOM says the blockade's turned around.
So now the blockade, that's so funny. Iran does the blockade. That's a huge problem for the world. And then we're like, okay, well, I guess we're just going to blockade your blockade. And then now it's a victory. Now it's our victory that the Strait of Hormuz is shut down. It's so fucking dumb, dude.
121 ships. And U.S. officials tell the New York Times that the U.S. military has been quietly guiding ships through the strait, at least 70 of them. The president says, this is a waiting game. We're winning.
I'm in no hurry. I'd like to say I'm in a hurry because, gasoline prices are going to come tumbling down. But if you're going to be in a hurry, you're not going to make a good deal. And slowly but surely, we're getting, I think, what we want. And if we don't get what we want, we're going to end it a different way.
Eggs, that's just sitting.
What are we going to do? We're going to fucking nuke them? How are we going to make them just give in to what we want? We're just going to keep bombing them. And that's obviously not working. We've already bombed the fuck out of them. Maybe what we're asking for is a little ridiculous. You ever think about that? I think it's a little ridiculous.
Back on the world's largest arsenal.
We are prepared. We're postured even stronger today than we were on day one to address it that way if we have to, but he'd prefer not to. So Iran knows very, very clearly what our expectations are, and that's on the negotiating team to deliver. They're coming in our direction. The talks have been productive. I think they know where it needs to go.
47 believes we've already beaten them militarily, and now he wants to.
At Flatman official super chatted $2. 10-hour summer work shifts incoming. Pray for me.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, well, I mean, at least you got work, bro. It's fucking getting hot here in Texas, dude. Today was pretty warm. It took a while before we really got that summer heat, and it's hitting pretty hard right now. So stay hydrated, Flab man. Especially if you're working outside.
To beat them at the negotiating table.
Stay hydrated.
He tells ABC that a peace agreement with Iran would be even better than a military victory because he thinks the Iranians are better negotiators than they are fighters. There's just one problem. Officials say the Iranians are literally in caves and they're not using email. So how do you hash out a deal with a band of pirates living underground? It's tricky. Trump's armed himself with a Sharpie, and he's making his own edits. No loopholes.
They originally said, we will not develop a nuclear weapon. I said, well, what happens if you buy a nuclear weapon? So now it says we will not develop or in any way purchase a military weapon. That's a big difference.
The president says he hasn't agreed to the deal yet because...
You know, it probably would have been a lot easier to negotiate that before we bombed the fuck out of them. It's like, oh, don't get a nuclear weapon to defend yourself, to stop people from bombing you. When everybody's... It's I don't know. It's just so fucking... I swear to God, like, Israel set us the fuck up. That's what it feels like. It feels like Israel set us the fuck up, and we're just playing their little game that's not helpful to us and is helpful to their little weird fucking Greater Israel project bullshit. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump behind the scenes is honestly kind of pissed off now. And it would be nice if he just fucking said, well, fuck you guys, we're out. Whatever, we don't care. We're done. We're going to get back to making America great again. But yeah, obviously that's not going to happen.
He still has to get a few more points in. We'll see how long that takes. The president even called Netanyahu today, asking him to stand down in Lebanon. Trump kind of lit him up. According to Axios, he told him, quote, what the F are you doing? You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass.
Yeah, that's also a theory, is that the whole reason that this is being done is to stop the trial against Netanyahu, to keep him out of prison and keep him in power. There's a whole documentary made about that, and that's a little shady, huh?
At Leroy
What's up, Leroy?
45 long super chatted $5. Hit the like button, BISCHES.
Yeah, listen to Leroy. He knows what he's talking about. Thank you, Leroy. Smash the thumbs up, guys. Let's go.
Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. 47's trying to nail down.
Everybody hates you too. That's kind of the problem too. Yeah, everybody hates Israel. It's bad for Israel. It's bad for Jewish people. It's also bad for you, Trump.
On this peace deal, and Netanyahu's trying.
And now JD Vance is like not even going to run for president in 28 because he's fucked. He knows it. There's no point.
To lock in as many gains as he can before the deal's done. But you know what's even worse? The Democrats. 47 saying this, quote, it's much tougher for me to properly do my job and negotiate when political hacks keep negatively chirping at levels never seen before over and over again that I should move faster, or move slower, or go to war, or not go to war, or just whatever. Just sit back and relax. It'll all work out well in the end. It always does.
Yeah, just sit back and pay $20 a gallon. Just, you know, sit back and go broke. It's fine. It'll work out. We'll have food lines for you guys. You know, we'll have some soup kitchens for you guys. What are you worried about? You know, people are pissed. And again, who gives a fuck about the Democrats? Like, that's all they have now is like, oh, but the Democrats are so much worse. It's like, well, yeah, now we don't have an option. Before, at least we thought we had an option. It was like, okay, we got this America first, no new wars. Okay, well, that's better than Democrats. Now we don't even have that option. Thank you very much. And that whole Democrats are so bad shit is just not going to play the way it played last time.
POTUS says don't be a panicking, and the markets aren't blinking. Another day of all-time highs for the Dow, NASDAQ, and the S&P. The S&P just had its best...
So great, guys. So great. The Dow's up.
2 months run ever. Wall Street Journal said that's a sign of more good times ahead. And once the straits open and oil retreats, it'll all be worth it. But until then, hold on tight.
Yeah. Jesse, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you and fuck Fox News. Yeah, it's going to be great, guys. Just wait. Just wait. It's going to be fine. The gas prices are going to come plummeting down. In the meantime, you know, I guess just work a 5th job. Okay? It's okay. Just work 5 jobs. Just work 200 hours a week and you'll be good. You'll be good. What are you, lazy? You don't want to work 200 hours a week to survive? You're a lazy piece of shit. You're a lazy fucking piece of shit. Here's Alex Jones talking about it.
As most of you know, about 5 hours ago, Axios exclusively broke a massive story directly from inside the White House, the highest levels, that President Trump told Netanyahu, "You're fucking crazy. You've made, quote, everyone hate Israel. You'd be in prison right now for his conviction in Israel if it wasn't for Trump." All because Netanyahu continues to say, okay, I'll stop bombing Lebanon and other areas, and then every time a peace deal is about to be reached, he intensifies the attacks. And President Trump is beginning to understand that Israel knew and gave him bad intelligence, meaning Mossad
really?
Netanyahu.
No shit.
93 days ago.
This is supposed to have been over already, right? Remember he terminated the fucking war? Wasn't Trump was like at his 60-day limit or whatever, and he's like, okay, that's it, the war's terminated. And we knew it, dude. I knew it at the time. Oh no, they're gonna terminate it, and then they're at 2 weeks they're gonna be like, oh, we gotta do it again, and then just restart the clock. So fucking I'm just so sick of this shit, dude. Just fucking stop already, dude. Let's just stop. How about that? How about you just do nothing? That'll be better if you just did nothing. Pretend like the government shut down and just do fucking nothing, and everything would be so much better.
That the Middle East would fall in 3 to 4 days, and that the Strait of Hormuz would not be closed. Trump understands now that this is probably going to lose the Republicans the midterms of the House and Senate. He understands it's derailed his recovery and created massive inflation. He understands that Israel is now seen as a pariah worldwide with the lowest approval rating of any country in the world, now tied.
Oh, that's just a bunch of Nazis, dude. What are you talking about? Everybody loves Israel. And if you don't, you're a Nazi.
Directly to him. He's been trying to find an off-ramp for really 89 days. Only the first few was he delusional enough to believe what he was told. President Trump understands this. And I broke last year, right around midnight hammer from sources inside the White House, that Trump actually hates Netanyahu, knows he was the first world leader to call and congratulate Joe Biden when the election was stolen in 2020, and so much more. But Trump does like Israel and Jewish people in general.
Yeah, if Trump hates Netanyahu so much, why is he doing all of his dirty work for him? Why is he falling for his bullshit? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
He doesn't like the Iranian mullahs, and he thinks it's the right thing to do what he's been doing. My issue is that there's people that said that Trump literally did, because Trump's approval has been cratering for a while, right? There are people that say that supposedly inside sources say that the reason Trump agreed to do this because he thought if he became a wartime president, it would cause his approval rating to go up. If that is really the decision, if that is why he decided to sell us out, for the slim possibility his approval rating would go up because he becomes a wartime president, bro, I don't know what to say. That is just so fucking dumb and sad if that happens to be the case. No fan of it was either, but it wasn't going to work. And the Pentagon told Trump that, but he rolled the dice. He told Tucker the last time they talked about 2.5 months ago, when this all started, don't worry, Tucker, things always look like they're going to go bad for me, but it'll work out okay. Tucker told him, you're wrong. It's going to derail everything you're doing. It's going to make your whole agenda fail. You're being set up. And so Trump then attacked Tucker and myself and others and said we were panicking and low IQ, but we were all proven right. And that's a fact. Now, we know this leak's real because the White House hasn't denied it. Axios, they said, no, he was directly from, inside the meeting with the cabinet members there because he took the call on speaker. And a transcript word to word was given to Axios because the administration is sick of what Israel's doing and has been doing a lot of these leaks right under President Trump's nose, and in many cases with his authorization to let the world know that he is not completely lockstep with Netanyahu. Now, we also know it really happened because Mark Levin is basically an Israeli operative, Jonathan Pollard 2.0, and he confirmed, talked to the Israelis and came out tonight and said whoever leaked this is guilty of treason, needs to be arrested. They're a traitor, not just against America, but Israel too, and this wonderful Prime Minister Netanyahu. And Netanyahu put out
I think we need to investigate Mark Levin for being probably some sort of foreign actor who's working on behalf. They say it's a conspiracy, that a lot of people are more loyal to Israel than America. But motherfucker, it sure seems that way with certain types like Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Mark Levin. They do seem to fucking be more loyal to Israel than America. Or maybe it's just that whatever funding they're getting, maybe they're just more loyal to whoever's putting money in their fucking pocket. I don't know. But that's who needs to be locked up at this point. Okay? If you're advocating for America to do things that's not in America's interest, but is in the interest of a foreign country because they're putting money in your pocket, I don't know, maybe they should go to jail. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
Post on X and public statement saying, yep, no, it's true. I'm not going to do what Trump wants. I'm going to continue to attack Lebanon and whatever else I want. And then their head, their intelligence on the cabinet is even more wild, Ben Gvir, than
yeah, Vetron, I would love to see that. Guys, it's 4D chess. Trump is going to turn against Israel now. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him get so fucking scorned and pissed off because he's destroyed his fucking legacy on behalf of Israel that he just goes fucking full. I mean, what if he goes full Nick Fuentes? And yeah, I mean, that'd be fucking crazy. But it's never going to happen.
Netanyahu said, no way.
Because these old fucking boomers like Trump, the biggest fear they have is being labeled as like an anti-Semite Israel hater. Like they'll fucking, castrate themselves just to not be considered an Israel hater. It's fucking weird at this point. It really is. Because it's like, yeah, okay, no one should just hate something for no reason. Israel's given us a lot of fucking reasons as Americans to be like, fuck you. Okay. And that's not anti-Semitic. That's the result of your actions. Right? You did things that pissed people off, and now those people are like, fuck you. It's not because they're secretly, well, I mean, some of them are, just like hating the Jews all the time. Fuck the Jews. No, it's because you're terrible. And when you're terrible, people tend to not like you. Right? But the boomer, man, Israel can do anything. Israel could rape their fucking parents. And it's okay. I can't say anything because then people will say I'm anti-Semitic.
In fact, we're going to derail any peace deals by continuing to attack not just Lebanon, but we're going to attack Iran as well. So Israel wants us bound into a full, continual war. What happens to our economy in the world, be damned. Netanyahu has said they want regime change, so is Levin. And this is the Israel lobby, a foreign lobby coming in and primarying congressmen that tell the truth and saying that basically they run this country. And now, in the Defense Authorization Act, the Republican Party and Trump is backing turning over all of our secrets to Israel, bringing them into not just the military, but the agencies. Nobody else gets to do that. It's just unprecedented. You've got to go read Section 244 and others, as I did today on my syndicated broadcast in the first and second hour. I mean, it's staggeringly insane. And Israel's like, oh, we'll no longer take your money. Hundreds of billions of dollars they've gotten from us over the years, 20-something billion just the last year in weapons, on top of the 3.8 billion a year they get. Because now we'll just be in joint operations and co-own your weapons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If one piece of equipment, inside of a larger piece is made by them, well, now they can own the whole thing and sell it and give it to whoever they want. And Israel's famous for stealing our secrets and selling them to the Chinese and others. I mean, this is beyond national security threat. This is just insane treason. And again,
it's okay though. Let them steal our secrets and sell them to China because, that's better than being called an anti-Semite and complaining about it. That's better than Mark Levin and Ted Cruz attacking me on Twitter because every fucking time there's some sort of kind of teaser that like, hey, we're working on a peace deal and it's close. Out come Mark Levin and all the Israel firsters, and they just start going, oh, this is dangerous and blah, 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 blah. And they go full attack. And the next thing you know, Trump pulls back. Clockwork every time. And we got a clip from Levin coming up here.
Israel literally is trying to take over foreign policy and domestic policy so they can control the foreign policy. Talking about how Israel's this new superpower and is unstoppable. It's delusions of grandeur. And it is empowering the Islamics. It's empowering the radical left. And anybody below 50 is about 80% in polls is rabidly anti-Israel. And Israel's painted itself in a corner, and now it's pulling out all the stops to wed us to this war and to Israel's greater Israel project. So Israel has screwed the pooch. This is just going to get worse and worse and worse. They're going to keep doubling down, probably false flags coming soon. They're coming after the First Amendment. And
another thing that's really suspicious to me is every time we start hearing about a peace deal and we're close, and then You know, there was even a point where there was like a working deal that I think both sides had agreed to. Oh, another assassination attempt. Ooh, somebody just shows up and, there's an assassination attempt on Ivanka Trump. Ooh, somebody showed up with a shotgun to the press, fucking whatever that shit is. You know what I'm talking about. I forgot the name of the event. It's a little suspicious, dude. It almost makes me wonder if, like, Trump is afraid that Israel's going to assassinate him. Maybe that's what is going on behind the scenes here. I don't know, man. It's a little weird. A little weird how every time it seems like we're going to finally end this shit, oh, there's another assassination attempt.
It has also empowered a lot of the rabid, anti-Israel groups that are all one issue groups, because literally so much of what they claimed and said was going on is now manifesting. I mean, Israel literally has gotten the legislation put in the Defense Authorization Act, $1 trillion+ bill, to take over academia, all weapons research, codes, satellites, NSA systems, intelligence agencies, keys of the kingdom, accelerated integration of all live time intel, telemetry, weapon package deliveries. I mean, the EU and NATO can't even fight without us in Ukraine because the U.S. runs all the missiles, all the weapons, all the high-tech stuff with the GPS. It's all run off military satellites and Starlink.
Yeah, Garth, what's up, Garth Brooks? That's the real Garth Brooks, by the way. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell anybody. But yeah, the real Garth Brooks watched the show. What's up, Garth? Garth says, almost like Charlie Kirk was to send a message, a precursor. The longer this goes on, the more I'm open to that possibility, especially when you start to look into it, and then you read like what Charlie Kirk was saying about October 7th and how they had intelligence, and it seemed like they had a stand down order, and it's like, holy shit. I don't know, dude. I always thought it was a little ridiculous, but the longer this shit goes on, to be honest, I'm finding it less and less ridiculous.
If Trump turned that off in days, Ukraine would have to fold. We don't give NATO that. We don't give Britain basically any of that, because that's the keys to U.S. dominance. It's the Chinese always trying to steal it. Well, they won't have to steal anymore because Israel will just give it to them. I mean, Israel is just going for broke here. But Levin is also out, so that's the Israel lobby. It's the mouth of Netanyahu and the rest of the crazy Likudniks, and saying, it's the left, we're about to lose this war, oh God, we got to have regime change, they're the reason we're losing. The Pentagon assessment was 92% chance the middle zone even fall in a year. And basically 100% they closed the Strait of Hormuz, they have the full capability they did. Okay, so, and Israel knew that. They just want to keep us in there as long as possible while Israel takes out all the opposition in neighboring countries. And then they just hope the middles fall.
Another thing I read, that apparently Trump is actually pissed off at Israel because of what they're doing in Lebanon. Sounds like Trump agrees with me. Like, there's footage of Israel taking out entire apartment buildings because there might or whatever, there's one terrorist that's in this entire apartment building filled with fucking civilians, Christians, it's getting fucking out of control. I heard that's one thing that Trump is really pissed off about too. And it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, if he's mad about that and he's like, you're fucking crazy. You're making everybody hate Israel, and really you're making everybody hate me too. Then why is he still doing this stupid shit? So it's a contradiction there. It's hard to wrap your head around.
And so we'll call it chutzpah, call it bravado, call it arrogance, call it hubris, whatever it is, it's insane. And Trump said, hey, all these classic Trumpers that voted for him because he was anti-war, all the rest of it, you're stupid, you're low IQ, you're fried. And my mouthpiece, who I listen to, is Mark Levin. Now he's more and more understanding that that's a lie, that was a fraud, and that he was given bad advice. And so okay, so you don't have to keep going, right? Like, if somebody gave you the wrong directions and all of a sudden you realize it, do you keep following those fucking directions and keep going in circles? Or do you go, okay, we got to stop right now, pull off to the side of the road and figure this out? And maybe because we fucked up, we're going to have to give in to some of Iran's demands, which to me is fucking, look, I don't fall for the fear mongering over Iran. No, they're probably a shitty fucking country. There's a lot of shitty fucking countries, but they still have a right to be sovereign, right? So I'm not against dropping some sanctions.
I'm not even against letting them fucking build out their nuclear, dude, because I ain't fucking one of these pussies that's like, oh, they're going to nuke the world. It's like, no, that's defense. They wanted to defend their nation. They want to stop people from doing what's being done right now to them. Okay? So you're going to have to concede some shit. Otherwise, this is going to go on forever because Iran is not in a position where they're going to concede their fucking, what they consider their right to have nuclear, their right to not be sanctioned. So yeah, at some point, we're going to have to concede some shit, and you're going to have to just tell Mark Levin when he starts crying and screaming on fucking the internet to shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. It's your fault we're in this fucking quagmire in the first place. You guys sold us out. You got us into a stupid war, and now Iran's going to be in a better situation because you guys fucked up and gave us bad intel. So it's just the way it is. We just got to fucking put up with it. And get back to the America First, making life better for the actual American citizens like you were voted to do, fuckhead. But like, I like that freeze frame. That's a good freeze frame. I feel that's how I'm feeling right now, Alex. That's exactly how I feel, bro. That's the face that sums up how I feel about everything going on right now. God bless you.
People will say to me, oh, you're trying to reprove Trump. You're trying to rebuild him. No, I'm not. I'm trying to get him to stop the war now before this just gets worse. And if he starts making the right turn and getting back to basics, I will be very, very happy. But it still won't salvage the legacy and the damage done to the economy. It won't be as bad as it would be. And if the Democrats get back into power, I'm going to lobby against bad stuff they're doing and saying put pressure on them. We can't just take our ball and go home here. We've got to stay politically engaged with populism because we have a lot of power in the fourth turnings here.
Dude, a lot of people are getting blackpilled. Like, who's that fucking... Oh, God, I can't remember the guy's name. Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan's like, well, what's the point of even voting? And a lot of people feel that way. Like, they feel fucking betrayed. And they're like, what's the point? What's the point? There's a lot of people that are just going to completely check out. Completely.
So, I've told you the inside baseball on this, and this is the reality. Trump did say, you're fucking crazy. He did say everybody hates Israel now because of you. And yelled at him and said, stop blowing up whole apartment buildings to kill one person. Stop blowing up all the other places. This is a PR disaster. And so Trump's finally getting it. He's very pig-headed. He doubles down. But Israel's really going to double down. And now you got to be worried about what those interests are going to do. A new 9/11, something like that. A nuclear 9/11. Because they're sure as hell hyping that up. And Israel's talking about going ahead and just nuking or EMPing Iran. That will turn the whole world against us even worse. Because we're seen as being...
That's where it leads. If we don't concede some shit, okay? Because what we're doing already is not putting Iran into... Like people think like if we just bomb the fuck out of them, they're going to be so fucking hurt and so badly affected by our bombing campaigns that they're just going to give us everything we want. It's like, no, doesn't look like that's the case. So what's the next step? Oh, well, if we just nuke the entire country, well, then it's over. If we just do, it wouldn't surprise me if that's where it goes. And that's an ugly, ugly world.
82 super chatted $5.
If we end up there.
Can't find the Rogan versus Jones ping trip. When friends go to war, edit. Did it get banned? It's not listed anywhere on your channel when I look for it crying.
Yeah, I had to get rid of everything. Every edit I made that included clips from InfoWars, I got rid of because I had 2 videos removed by YouTube because it had basically, I forgot the exact wording, but it was content that was already banned on YouTube. So I wasn't supposedly allowed to make an edit that included that banned content, which made no fucking sense because it had been up for years and it was all approved and no problem. So to play it safe, I just, any of those old edits that I had, like Alex Jones versus Ben Shapiro, Alex Jones versus the Young Turks, there was a lot of them I had to get rid of. Because of that. So it's unfortunate. But if you go to my Odyssey page, just go to Odyssey, type @PingTrip, and then search the channel. You'll find all that shit on Odyssey. It's all backed up there.
Hooks to the hip to Israel. We've got to extricate ourselves from
NATO
trying to start a nuclear war with Russia. We've got to extricate ourselves and separate ourselves from what Israel's doing. And not let them in the Defense Authorization Act basically merge and take over control of our military and intelligence. I mean, this is insane. And this is the reality. And Israel's bitten off more than it can chew. And then Israel's got nuclear weapons as a Samson option. And if they get cornered and everybody's trying to destroy them, then that starts nuclear war too. And then Pakistan gets involved. So You got to study second, third, fourth order consequences here to understand why this is bad across the board. We need peace. We need to have the Abraham Accords.
Yeah, Odyssey kind of sucks, to be honest, MFG 0308. What's up, MFG? Yeah, Odyssey was what was it, like 2020? They were like, yeah, ghost all your content with us as a backup. I did that with BitChute and Odyssey. I don't think that either of them are still ghosting my content, but it was just a backup just in case everything got banned, which does come in handy.
But Trump can't say.
But yeah, they Odyssey, I don't know what they did. Once I saw they got into the crypto thing where all their payments were like, oh, if you post, you get some crypto, and the more likes, you get crypto, and it's like, I was like, oh, dude, can't you just fucking do ads like everybody else? And of course, the FCC fucking sued them, and then their crypto became fucking worthless, and then the whole thing crashed. Like, I don't know. I'm just sick of this fucking crypto bullshit, to be honest.
I'm going to keep the war going until you all sign the Abraham Accords. Countries aren't even involved. So we need the first.
Dude. Hey, OBS Studio. I'm going to come and I'm going to beat your fucking ass, OBS Studio. I'm going to find out who is behind OBS Studio, and I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to beat your ass. Okay, because you're fucking up my show, OBS Studio. I don't get it. It just keeps disconnecting and reconnecting every now and then. And it's really pissing me off. Do I need to do an update? Is that what it is? Is it a fucking update thing? Fucking retarded shit. Anyway, it's back now. What do we got next? Yeah, Senator Marco Rubio says the Iran conflict is over. Again, none of this shit can be believed. It seems like it's just consistently them trying to affect the markets. They know they fucked up. They can't fix the problem. So just come out and lie every fucking day and say the war's over, guys. So the markets will react and, the cost of oil will go down and the markets will go up and they can pretend like, oh, there's no problem here. Is it going to rain again? The fuck? I'm hearing thunder. More fucking thunder? Okay, dude. Are we really going to get rain again tonight? What the fuck, dude? All right. Whatever. The U.S. and Iran traded fresh overnight strikes. Let's see what this is.
Good morning to you. The U.S. and Iran exchanging even more fire over the weekend, raising questions about this fragile ceasefire, but also the state of these negotiations as talks now drag into another week. Iranian state TV releasing this video as the country says it launched missiles at U.S. military forces.
Yeah, the sound's fine, guys. You just, like, if you lose sound or whatever, just refresh the fucking stream. Okay? I don't know what's going on there. All the sound's good. It's just OBS keeps fucking up and reconnecting, and that's probably fucking up the stream.
Kuwait says it was intercepting incoming fire. It comes after U.S. Central Command says the Pentagon launched self-defense strikes on Iranian radar and command and control sites over the weekend, amid growing uncertainty over a peace deal. The president sitting down for an interview with his daughter-in-law, Lara Trump.
We're getting what we want slowly. Very tough negotiators. It takes a long time. I'm in no hurry.
Sources tell ABC News President Trump sent Iran changes to a proposed framework for the country to consider. But just a week ago, the president said the deal was already largely negotiated. President Trump laying out the terms of the potential agreement, saying Iran must agree to never obtain a nuclear weapon, turn over its remaining enriched uranium, and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump spent the weekend on the golf course, largely out of sight. On Friday, he huddled with top national security advisors in the Situation Room for 2 hours, saying he would make a final determination on a framework to extend the ceasefire and gradually reopen the Strait of Hormuz. This morning, Iranian state media is reporting the country's top officials are reviewing the president's proposals. The country's top negotiator casting doubt on how quickly a deal could come together, reportedly saying, quote, "Do not trust the enemy's words and promises." Complicating negotiations, Iran's insistence that the war end on all fronts, including Israel's massive ground operation in Lebanon. Israel now pushing further into the country than they have in 26 years as they fight Iranian-backed Hezbollah, capturing Beaufort Castle.
This shit just sounds like a fucking excuse to just grab more land. It's what it seems to me, dude. Like, it's odd, right? Like how we've been waging war against terrorism for like 26 fucking years plus now or whatever, but yet we just never able to defeat it conveniently. As soon as like we We just move on. There's a new terrorist group. It's like fucking perfect for the warmongers, bro. Because you can't defeat terrorism, and you'll always have a new terrorist group you can prop up to make the new boogeyman. Fucking George Bush, dude. Fuck you, George Bush.
Nestled on a strategic mountaintop, the Israeli flag now flying above its walls. Israeli strikes have devastated Lebanon. The country's health ministry says more than 3,400 people have been killed since March, with over 10,000 wounded.
And of course, the economic toll continues to hit Americans here at home with these high gas prices. But the president still insists he is in no rush to make a deal. Late overnight, he posted on social media telling critics to sit back and relax, saying it will all work out in the end, George.
And Rachel, the president faced two major legal setbacks over the weekend to his takeover of the Kennedy Center and that fund to pay off his political allies.
Yeah, two major legal setbacks in the course of just 24 hours. So let's start with that so-called anti-weaponization fund, that $1.8 billion that could pave the way for even those who were convicted on January 6th of beating police officers to receive payouts. Well, a judge ruling that not a single dollar could be handed out until further legal deliberations over whether or not this is in fact legal. Then just hours later, the president suffered yet another setback. A judge in a different jurisdiction ruling that neither the president nor his hand-picked board had the authority to rename the Kennedy Center. That judge now giving the Trump administration 14 days to take down the president's name from that building, insisting Congress gave the Kennedy Center its name and only Congress can remove it, George.
The stupid fucking petty fighting all the time, bro. This shit gets petty. Who gives a fuck about that? I don't give a fuck. Here's Mark Levin. Let's see how he's feeling, dude. I'm sure he's just wants more people to die. Mark Levin is a bloodthirsty piece of shit, okay? And if there's less than 100 people bombed tonight, he'll be sad about it, okay? You have to kill at least 100 people every night for Mark Levin to be satisfied.
I will stake my reputation here and now on the fact that they will continue to pursue nuclear weapons, ICBMs, they can reach our country, fund terrorist organizations, and never surrender the revolution to the very people and governments they seek to destroy. I know this is hard to hear. I know this is unpleasant. I know I may be in a minority today. I know I will be called a warmonger.
Because you are, fuckhead. You're an absolute warmonger. And if you didn't want them to fucking get a nuclear program, maybe you could have made them feel less threatened. Maybe you could have, not bombed their fucking country and made them go, fuck, man, if we were like North Korea and just had nukes, this wouldn't be happening. You literally put us on a path to where they're more likely to have a nuke than ever. And if you would have just fucking left them alone and maybe like actually try to work out some good deals that were beneficial for their country, and they didn't feel like they were under threat of being bombed every day, they probably would be, less inclined to get a nuke. Maybe also if you would have kept the original Ayatollah, who had a fatwa against developing a nuclear weapon, which is true, whether you believe it or not, maybe not kill that guy. The guy that kept them from getting a nuclear weapon? I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy, right? It's crazy to think that way.
I will be called an Israel firster.
Because you are, dude. You absolutely are.
I will be called
a fucking loser piece of shit. Con artist. Criminal. Probably should be locked up.
a unpatriotic Jew.
Well, it's technically true.
I've been called a lot. My faith is under attack. I get it. But that's the way it goes.
Yeah, oh, you're the victim here. Poor little Marky. Oh, he's just such a victim.
The fact is that the Iranian regime, it wants to destroy our country, our civilization, our way of life, indeed our lives, and it wouldn't give it a second thought. As the president has said, if they had gotten a nuclear weapon, they would have used it against us. He's 100% right.
No, he's not. That's bullshit. It's complete fucking bullshit. Because Iran, he's relying on people to be being fucking retarded and having no common sense to actually believe that. To actually believe that, you have to be a literal retard, or maybe you just don't have fucking common sense, okay? Because that's not how things work. If they were to just start nuking the world, that would be the end of Israel. I mean, that would be the end of Iran. Probably Israel too, because that's who would probably get nuked. But yeah, that'd be the end of Iran. That's not how things work, dude. That's not how fucking things work. And it's just fear-mongering bullshit. It's weapons of mass destruction to the next level because, you know, nukes are scarier than weapons of mass destruction. Bush wasn't even, you know, that fucking brazen to lie about nukes. So they're like, well, just call them weapons of mass destruction, chemical weapons. They got fucking, they're going to shoot anthrax off or whatever. But no, now we're at the next level. Now it's nukes. And it's the same fucking fear-mongering bullshit. And it's sad that literal retards fall for it.
At Leroy.45 long super chatted $5. Sick bro.
Leroy! Thank you for the 5, brother.
You know, every generation has a responsibility to the next generation and generations thereafter. This is our generation's responsibility to our children and our grandchildren and our country and to civilization. We've come so far, much further than any president has been willing to go, to confront this gravest of threats.
At Derek Moore 82 super chatted $5. Even knowing the Alex versus Joe edit is on Odyssey, still can't find it with a Google search.
Okay, well,
can you post a link or something? Really wanna see your work.
Yeah, well, Google search is ass. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Search, go to Odyssey's website, right? So if you can find Odyssey, which it's just odyssey.com or whatever, if you type Odyssey, and you got to spell it different, you know, fucking here, okay, Odyssey. It's not spelled like your typical Odyssey, you know. It's a different spelling of Odyssey. Where the fuck? It's been so long since I've been to Odyssey. Yeah, it's ODYSEE.com. Odyssey. ODYSEE.com. Okay. Here. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so you go to Odyssey. All right? First step, go to Odyssey. Once you're in Odyssey, you just go here and you type Pink Trip. Okay, there I am, Pink Trip. Then you click on my name, Pink Trip. And then you go to Content. And then you come over here and you go Alex Jones. You know, that's a quick way to do it. Right? And then you got all this shit that a lot of it's been removed, right? A lot of this shit has been removed. You can find over here. But yeah, like the little cartoon I made where Alex Jones is a serial killing cannibal. But yeah, here it is. Joe Rogan versus Alex Jones. This is part 1, which was also removed. Alex Jones versus Bill Gates. That was a good one. That one did well, and I had to remove that. Yeah, this one's part 2. Alex Jones versus Joe Rogan, part 2. So first, you just got to go to Odyssey, ODYSEE, type in my name, get into my channel. And then once you go to Content, you can search Alex Jones, and you'll find everything that's not on YouTube over here. Okay? All right, let's get back to it. Where were we at?
Despite all the opposition he has faced, all the political attacks, the midterm elections, the price of a gallon of gasoline, this president, and only this president, has brought us the free world, the civilized world, much of which is dragging and kicking or
Odyssey is not behind a paywall. I'm literally not even logged into Odyssey, and I got access to all my videos. Okay? It's not behind a paywall.
Sitting on the sidelines. He's brought us to the point where we truly have the capacity to put this to an end. But do we, the people of the United States, do we, the people of the free world, do we have the will to see this through? According to the polls, we don't. What will our generation do? As past generations ensured that we would live in a free, secure, and open society, and they sacrificed far more than most of us, and a whole lot more than a temporary increase in the price of a gallon of gasoline.
Oh yeah, you fucking pussies complaining about the cost of living. You fucking pussies. Why don't you're afraid to sacrifice a little bit of gas? Dude, fuck you. We would all be willing to sacrifice that for some sort of meaningful shit. Okay? This is not meaningful, and there's a reason people are not willing to sacrifice it. Because they don't give a fuck about Iran. And we're sick of these Middle East wars that we've already learned are fucking pointless, and it's just further enriching people and making life fucking terrible for the regular citizens. So we don't give a fuck, Mark Levin. You fucking retard.
At Derek Moore 82 super chatted $2. Thank you, sir. You're a true entertainment artist.
Well, thank you. That's right. I'm an entertainment artiste. Thank you, Derek. Okay, yeah, enough. I don't know how much more I can listen to Mark Levin. I will have a heart attack. Megyn Kelly, Trump is the one who told us he obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons. Yeah, remember that? The 12-day war? What happened? I thought we obliterated it. But no, now we have to do this to stop them from definitely shooting nukes at us, even though we obliterated their nuclear program a year before. None of it fucking lines up. There's a certain point where, you have to be a literal retard to not understand they're lying to you. Either that or you're just like willfully ignorant, or you don't care about reality and truth and you're just ride or die with your fucking retard team. Good luck with that.
The Trump thing is so disappointing because he did seem like he was going to be different. True. You know, he was independently wealthy, so there was some reason to believe he wasn't going to need their money or be swayed by it. He's such a fighter and a middle finger. He's a walking middle finger. So you kind of felt like maybe he won't do Miriam Adelson's bidding, and he's too smart for that. Like, that's how I saw it. Like, there's no way he's going to be pressured by a lobby into reversing himself on one of his top and principal campaign promises, you know?
Especially since the first term, he actually delivered on that promise. That's where it was like, okay, usually a politician says this shit and you're like, yeah, politicians say shit and then, poop, oh, we got a war. But in his first term, he kind of seemed like he meant it and he stuck by it. And then the second term, I don't know, man. It's everything just got derailed with this shit. And it's just sad. It really is. And there's a question there. Like, is he just losing it? Is he losing his marbles and he's more susceptible to being fucking led down a bullshit path? I don't know.
Like, it would be the same as continuing Joe Biden's open border policies. Like, that's how impossible it seemed that Trump would start a war. And everybody's like, he said Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. He said, his defenders say, he said that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Yes, he said that. Iran was not close to getting a nuclear weapon. Those are lies. You know, the people who are making that justification for Trump are neocons who just, they believe in a very hawkish foreign policy. That's
yeah, guys, look, it's everybody talking about Megyn. If I was Megyn Kelly, I would have kindly asked Sean Ryan, please no close-ups, okay? And if we do a close-up, like 5 seconds and that's it. Don't linger on a close-up, okay? I'm like 80 years old, all right? What are you doing? Poor Megyn.
It's fine, they're entitled to their belief.
She looks good for her age, all right? You got to give her that.
But don't expect me to believe your lie, because we saw the intelligence assessment right before we launched the war saying they're nowhere near a nuclear weapon. So just stop, okay? Stop. Don't tell me to trust the system that they're about to have it when the system has told us you're wrong. Your intel is wrong. And that's pre the June strike. Like, post the June strike, Trump is the one who told us he obliterated their nuclear weapons facilities. Pete Hegseth told us that. And now we're not allowed to believe that, or we're anti-Semites. And I believed them the first time. I actually believed them that we obliterated.
I didn't. I actually didn't. Because it's like COVID. There was no excuse at a certain point to keep buying the bullshit because all of the information was out there if you really wanted to look for it. Okay? All the information about the death rates and who was susceptible and how kids weren't getting hurt. Like, all that shit was out there pretty early on. Yeah, it was heavily censored, but you could still find it if you wanted to. And it was the same thing with that shit, dude. I didn't buy it. And I was just happy when Trump didn't go with regime change. I was like, oh, thank God he didn't do regime change. I was like, okay, hopefully this is it and we're done. And then, here we are, regime change, which is what this is, by the way. They say, well, it's not regime change. Yeah, it's not regime change because you're failing. And because you can't just murder everybody and get regime change. Well, yeah, you get a new regime, but you get a more radical, worse regime than the one before.
And repeated it and defended them when others said it was bullshit. So fuck you for telling me I'm no longer allowed to believe that. You're the ones who told me that.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. I like it. I like it, Megyn. You may be 60 years old, but I like it. Sean Ryan on Trump. I just don't see any positivity coming out of this administration. I agree.
I just don't see any
I agree.
positivity coming out of this administration.
He seems black-pilled like big time, bro. It's okay, Sean. I get it, bro. I'm pretty pissed off too. But you know, life goes on, dude. Life goes on, you know. You get laid, you eat a nice meal, you fucking go do the things you enjoy, and you go, fuck it. Fuck it. The world might be falling apart and America might be crumbling. But hey, this steak tastes good as long as I can still afford to fucking get a steak.
It seems very self-serving. I have a list of shit printed I could go through, but I mean, what was the last one? He fucking made it so he had Todd Blanche do the dirty work so that him or anybody in his family could never be audited by the IRS. What the fuck is that shit?
Mm-hmm.
The drone company, the $400 million jet from Qatar.
Yep.
What is it? The Executives Club. You know about that?
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly, I could give a fuck about any of that if he was actually making life better for Americans. That's where I fucking judge him. Like, is life getting better for Americans? Is it easier to own a home now than before? Is the cost of living better? Is life in some like measurable, real way better for the American people? No, he's just made it worse. That's my measurement, and that's the measurement that I think matters the most.
Yeah, that they started.
And on top of that, like actually fighting the corruption and like, you know, doing Doge, all that would have been great too. Like, but is he making life better for Americans? Nope. And gifted from MFG. What's up, buddy? Motherfucking G0308. Thank you for the gifted, man. Welcome. Welcome all the fucking new members. You guys rock. Every one of you is a golden child. Golden child of the kingdom. Okay? Thank you, MFG. Please tell MFG thank you.
In DC.
You don't hear about any of this shit.
Yeah.
Does this shit look like he's serving the fucking people? No.
Amen.
So you're going to serve that? Or are you going to speak out against it and let everybody know what the fuck is happening?
You think he'd be better off?
Fox News sure as fuck isn't reporting any of this shit.
None of it.
Yeah, fuck them.
None of it. No, there's no question that the corruption.
I'm cussing a little too much tonight. I drank some, you know, I had some coffee. I'm a little high strung right now. Okay. The energy's a little too high. I need to calm the fuck down. But yeah, we're doing good, boys. Thank you again for the 10 MFG. You rock, brother.
In
Thank
the
you.
administration.
Guys, links are in the description. If you want to gift memberships, it's great. Thank you for the support. You guys rock. Love you.
Has been far beyond what
He sued the fucking government. He sued his own fucking government.
Well, I don't care about that. Again, he could do all of that, but if like, oh shit, it's easier to buy a house. Oh fuck, you know, there's more jobs and they pay better. Like if life would have just gotten better for Americans, no one would give a fuck about any of that. Okay, that's the thing. It's like, yes, you can be a corrupt piece of shit, right? If you're a corrupt piece of shit, but yet Americans' lives are getting better because of the decisions you're making, go ahead, be a corrupt piece of shit. It's better than the other alternative, which is to be a corrupt piece of shit and make life miserable for Americans. I didn't even get a chance to talk about this. DNI Tulsi Gabbard has resigned. There are a lot of theories behind this. The official story is her husband has cancer and she's stepping away so that they can deal with that battle, which God bless him. I hope it goes well. I do like Tulsi Gabbard. I think she did a great service to this country by basically not spewing the propaganda about Iran, right? When she came on and did her little spiel about basically, this is Trump's decision. I just provide the intel. And Trump, it's like very clear she doesn't support the Iran war. She could have gone harder. She could have pulled a Joe Kent and just resigned and then been like, I can't support this shit, you know? But yeah, it's because of Tulsi that we know that they did not have a nuclear weapon. They weren't working on a nuclear weapon. That's our own intelligence from our own head of national intelligence. So I kind of think she got pushed out, but the official story is she's stepping away so she can help her husband and be there for her husband as he battles cancer. Which, by the way, dude, is it just me or is like everybody getting fucking cancer now? And I imagine her husband, you know, got the shot. A lot of people got the shot. And then next thing you know, they got the ass cancer, they got the nose cancer, they got the fucking penis cancer, they got the ball cancer. They got all the cancers, dude. I just wonder if there's a link there. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. So yeah, here's her resignation. And this is what Megan's got to say. We got a little more of Megan talking about the real reason Tulsi Gabbard resigned.
If we continue this discussion, I'll be dead by Friday. The CIA is nothing to trifle with. If Tulsi Gabbard hadn't been on the inside, would we have had...
So the CIA is going to assassinate Megyn Kelly? Really? That'd be fucking wild. You fuckers at the CIA better not touch a hair on her head, okay? Otherwise, you got me coming for you. Yeah, that just sounded stupid coming out of my mouth. Yeah, the CIA is scared of me.
A public airing of the assessment is...
Please don't assassinate me, CIA, okay, please? All right, I'm useless. I'm a nobody, okay? Leave me alone.
They are nowhere near having a nuclear weapon. And I don't know how we replace her. Reuters is reporting that she was fired. I've spoken to a source very close to her who says she genuinely left because her husband has cancer.
Well, I mean, the timing was a little odd, because a week before the report came out that they raided her house or office for the JFK files and the MK Ultra files, and then a week later she resigns.
There had been a report by a CIA whistleblower who testified before Congress that day that did talk about the CIA taking back some 40 boxes of materials from this group called The Dig that she started.
That's really weird too. Like she's trying to uncover this shit and then they just show up, take all the files back, and then she resigns. I think there's a story here. And I hope we get the full story of what the fuck went down.
Is responsible for unearthing documents around MLK, JFK, MK Ultra, UAPs. We can talk about the CIA and what the hell business does it think it has going into the DNI's office and taking back 40
I don't know why, but I'm very tempted right now to crush this on my forehead. Should I do it? Should I there's so much energy right now. Okay. All right, you got look. This is what will happen to you, CIA, if you fuck with Megyn Kelly. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's stronger than I thought it would be. Oh. I thought I could, oh, dude, fucking son of a bitch. That didn't work. All right, let's get back to the show. Oh.
boxes of stuff she was reviewing for disclosure to us on President Trump's executive order. If we continue this discussion, I'll be dead by Friday. The CIA is nothing to trifle with. If Tulsi Gabbard hadn't been on the inside, would we have had a public airing of the assessment is they are nowhere near having a nuclear weapon? And I don't know how we replace her. Reuters is reporting that she was fired. I've spoken to a source very close to her who says
it's a quality cup, all right? Don't doubt these quick trip cups, okay?
She genuinely left because her husband has cancer.
Well, I mean, the timing was a little odd because a week before the report came out that they raided her house or office for the JFK files and the
Yeah, CIA showed me, dude. I'm sorry, CIA. I should never have doubted your power.
MK Ultra files. And then a week later, she resigns.
There had been a report by a CIA whistleblower who testified before Congress that day that did talk
about
the CIA taking back some 40 boxes of materials from this group called The Dig that she started that is responsible for unearthing documents around MLK, JFK, MK Ultra, UAPs. We can talk about the CIA and what the hell business does it think it has going into the DNI's office and taking back 40 boxes of stuff she was reviewing for disclosure to us.
See, that's crazy. Like, you could literally be in charge of the CIA and it don't mean shit. You're actually not in charge. Who's really in charge then? Who is really in charge? Because we need to find them and we need to kick them out of government. Okay, it's enough of this bullshit.
President Trump's executive order.
Oh, Megan. Megan. Theo Vaughn. Yeah, this is interesting. And this might be why I never got COVID, by the way, because I've never gotten COVID. I've never gotten tested for it either. Okay, I've never let them shove that shit all up my fucking nose. No, you're not doing that. Never got tested for COVID. Never had anything other than allergies since like 2020. And I wonder if this is why. Because I'm a dirty fucking smoker.
Was there anybody who was immune to...
By the way, I don't know what's going on with his audio, but it's blowing the fuck out. Let me turn it down.
Like any genetics or demographics or cultures that were immune to COVID-19?
There's one adult group, you're going to laugh. But there's one adult group, but no specific ethnicity or culture, but you're going to laugh. Smokers.
Smokers couldn't get it?
They got it very mild cases.
And I remember at the beginning, everybody was like, oh, the smokers are all going to die. Oh, the smokers are the most vulnerable because they're already, it's like, no, actually we're fucking immune. Like we got powers, bro. We got those fucking nicotine tar powers, bro. Ain't no fucking anything getting through this tarred up fucking nose and throat, bro. It's wild. Apparently nicotine's you know, some sort of nootropic or whatever it's called that kills the spike protein. Insane.
And they don't get long COVID. You know why?
Why?
Because smokers maintain a level of nicotine in the bloodstream. They actually smoke frequently enough. Blood nicotine blocks the spike protein as it's interfacing with the nicotinic acetylcholine receptor. Smoking blocks the spike protein.
Look, I'm just going to say it, dude. If we ever have another pandemic where there's a spike protein involved, look, if you don't smoke, just go buy a couple cartons, keep them locked away, and when a pandemic hits, what the fuck? Start killing those darts, dude. We're actually really what you should do, because smoking is actually bad for you. Because if it's just nicotine, you know, you get some Rogues or some Zins or whatever your options are, and just get that nicotine in your blood, dude. Get that nick in your blood and you'll be good.
It's amazing. I thought smokers were going to go down.
Well, who knows?
You can't take us down, bro. You can't take us down.
Now then, all those years of all those smoking advertisements ended up probably saving people's lives 40 years later.
My God. Well, you know what? We use a nicotine patch, 7 milligram patch. Even
that's one way. I stock up on them now, boys. For the next fucking pandemic that we're gonna definitely get probably any minute now, they're gonna lock us down because we're just not fucking cooperating with their fucking evil Illuminati plans. So they gotta lock us down. Get some patches, some nicotine gum. You know, why not, dude? Could save your life.
And non-smokers to help them through long COVID. We use it in addition to the McCullough protocol.
I've seen people recommend that people should just be on nicotine, take a nicotine patch. Do you think that's a good idea on a regular basis, or is that just?
I think if they have long COVID, I recommended to a patient yesterday, if they have long COVID symptoms, nicotine, don't forget, is a nootropic. A nootropic.
Is that actually true? Top Hat Pete says, I got the vaccine in 2021 at a homeless shelter. I was given a $10 gift card for McDonald's and 5 cigarettes along with the shot. Were they going to homeless shelters and being like, you want a cigarette? Here, we're going to give you a $10 gift card to McDonald's so you can eat, and five fucking single cigarettes if you take the shot. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I wouldn't be surprised.
Is a drug that does make the...
Couldn't even give you a whole pack, though. That's kind of fucked up. You could at least give them a whole pack.
Brain function more effectively. It's a methylxanthine. It's related to caffeine. Caffeine does the same thing as a nootropic. So some people use nicotine little packets or what have you.
So does caffeine work the same? Because I mean, I'm loaded to the gills with caffeine and nicotine. I mean, if you were to blood test me, I'm probably 80% of my blood is just caffeine and nicotine.
I grew up in Texas, so there were kids with dip snuffing. And,
dude, we used to chew that plug tobacco.
Right. My dad was a chain smoker. But nicotine itself is not addictive, but it's not harmful to the human body. And so is, by the way, caffeine's addictive, but it's not harmful to the human body. What's harmful is the tars that's in tobacco.
Dude, is that true? Redoc, your job offered $150 to get it? They were bribing. I mean, I remember the mayor of New York, was it de Blasio or whatever? The creepiest, I mean, that everybody probably remembers that clip where he's eating the burger. And he's like, oh, you're telling me there's some sort of burger thing? And oh, I get some fries. And he's like eating it like, oh, you want this burger and these fries? Well, you got to get your shot. It's like, dude, it just proves to me that we really are a country of idiots. And they know that. Who would use that strategy unless you're dealing with a bunch of idiots where you're like, oh, doesn't this burger look good? Oh my God, this burger tastes so good. Don't you want this burger? Go get your shot. We are a country of fucking morons, dude. And at a certain point, I mean, I don't know. Is it our fault that we're morons, or were we made to be morons? I wonder. I wonder if it's because the government wants us to be morons and inundates us with moronic shit, terrible television, terrible fucking music, And it's just like the goal is to get our IQ dumbed down as much as possible. So we're just a bunch of sheep, a bunch of mindless fucking sheep. Or, you know, did we just get lazy and retarded on our own? I don't know. Probably a little bit of both.
And smoke. So you might even use the dip snuff. That's related to oral cancer. But now the purified forms of nicotine, my understanding is that they're safe. The nicotine patches are perfectly safe. And there you go.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got. I got me my safe form of nicotine right now. Because I'm responsible. I do things responsibly and safely. This is another crazy one, dude. This chick in Britain is like, she's a real problem, dude. You know that chick in Britain who's like always getting like, I don't know, she'll have like 50 dudes show up and they just run a 50 dude train on her. And she's like always doing, like, it's always getting more degenerate and more degenerate. This latest thing she's doing, I think she needs to be imprisoned for it. I think she needs to go to jail.
Did I hear right that you have a stunt planned for June?
Yes, I have a baby shower on Saturday.
Oh, that's cute. A baby shower. Okay, well, I'm sorry. That's actually wholesome. A baby shower. Oh, maybe she's changed now that she's going to have a child.
Next Saturday, and I'm inviting the public to turn my baby shower into a golden shower.
I take it back. Why would you associate your baby with something like this in any way whatsoever? Like, you can't just have a normal baby shower? No, it's got to be a baby shower, and then a bunch of dudes are going to come fuck you and piss on you? That poor kid, bro. I feel bad. I feel bad. This is just...
Why?
Yeah,
it's
why?
It's just fun.
It's... I think she's addicted to the attention. And in order to keep getting that attention and get interviews like this, she's got to like reinvent the level of whoredom, like reinvent the level of whoreness to new levels so that she keeps getting that attention. I think she might be addicted to the attention, or she's just a complete fucking freak of nature, dude.
It's a twist on the baby shower. I'll be having sex with the people as well as, and it's going to be like a mixture of wholesome.
Yeah, that's wholesome. That's real wholesome. A baby shower where you fuck 100 dudes and they all get to piss on you at the same time. That's very wholesome. It's wholesome. Very, very wholesome.
Baby shower games, like the traditional trying different baby food, along with other fluids added in there.
Now I'm uncomfortable. This is your baby. This is your child.
Yeah. Again, my body, this is what I'm choosing.
Do you not see that?
My body, my choice. Okay. Well, I think you should go to jail. I think, look, it's okay. It's legal to be a whore, but there should be some limit on it, dude. Okay? And when you have the word baby associated with your whore-like activities, I don't know, dude. I think we need new laws, dude. And you know the sad thing about, like, these OnlyFans chicks? And by the way, I'm very proud. I don't have an OnlyFans account. I've never spent a single dime on OnlyFans, okay? I don't go there, okay? Believe it or not, some men don't deal with it, and you need to be more like me, okay? But there's, you know how many women, and some of them are, I imagine some of them are attractive. They are making like no money. They're giving their nudes out to the world, and they're making like $100 a month, destroying their future just because they think like, oh, I'm gonna become this rich OnlyFans chick, and it's like, no, like only like everything else, only like the top 0.001% become rich. The rest are just there like ruining their lives for like $100. All because they watched some video of this one chick who's like making millions every month. I don't know, dude. I mean, when are we gonna do something about this? Like, this is a problem, and I've heard like the percentage of like young women that are now doing OnlyFans is like incredibly high. Okay, especially as the economy continues to crater, a lot of women are turning to this shit, and then they see these videos that are all over the place of all these success stories of these women that made so much money on OnlyFans. How long are we going to allow this to go on? At a certain point, look, I mean, I am for freedom, but at a certain point as a society, we need to fucking go, hey, this is a problem, right? Like, maybe we should get rid of this. You know, maybe we should clamp down on this sort of shit. I don't know. It's a tough question.
In any way as a denigration of your baby?
No, like...
Yes, it is.
It is difficult because I don't want to sexualize the baby.
I don't want to sexualize the baby, but I'm going to have a baby shower and I'm going to be fucked by 100 guys at the baby shower, but I don't want to sexualize the baby.
Did I hear right that you have a stunt planned for June?
Yes, I have.
Dude, she's terrible. She's terrible, and she needs to be, I don't know, at least like ridiculed and made into such a fucking embarrassing fucking joke of a human being that like other women don't want to do what she does. But because the attention economy is so important to people these days, especially to dumb whores like this, other women are going to go, oh, this is how you get attention? Oh, this is how I become famous and rich? By being a complete fucking whore. They're going to fucking copy her. And yeah. I don't know. It seems terrible. Cenk Uygur. Republicans have only one guy who could win, and I'm worried about it. Tucker Carlson. You know, Tucker, like the TYT, Anna and Cenk seem to be becoming fans of Tucker Carlson. So, I don't know, maybe they would support him. It feels like we might be heading towards a period where somebody like Tucker would run. And I'd much prefer Alex Jones 2028. That's the train I'm on. Alex Jones 2028.
They only have one guy who could win, and I'm worried about it, and that's Tucker Carlson. If Tucker runs in the Republican primary, he definitely wins that primary. You can quote me on it, and then you could have Kevin laughing, and you could rerun that tape. It'll be great. In fact, back in 2016, I was on ABC's This Week with Stephanopoulos. They asked the whole panel who's going to win. At that point, they just done the Democratic National Convention, and Hillary Clinton had a 10-point lead. I was the only one on the panel to say Donald Trump was going to win, and they all laughed out loud. Populists win. The people chasing after the donors, whether it's Israel or Big Pharma or any of the other donors, then nobody likes those people. Kamala Harris lost because she was bragging about how she had 90 corporate CEOs on her side. I got bad news for her. Nobody likes corporate CEOs. Sorry, True. Kevin. Sorry, me. But the reality is that's what every poll shows. It is deeply, deeply unpopular. And these days it's pretty merited. So if you got someone in the right lane, which is democratic capitalism, I think they win.
It's going to be interesting because, I mean, the door is wide open to Democrats if they could just, for once, provide a fucking populist candidate who's not garbage. I mean, I wonder who it'll be. It's probably going to be Gavin Newsom. And if it's Gavin Newsom, like, the Republicans will have a chance with how bad fucking Trump is. If they just have a candidate who's not complete garbage, you know, you have a Tucker Carlson or just like, you know, anybody that's just not Gavin Newsom. Like, I just can't imagine this country voting for Gavin Newsom. My God, for as bad as things are with Trump, if we end up with Gavin Newsom as president, holy shit, dude. I don't know. He's gonna destroy this country the way he's destroyed California, and there's no doubt about that. This thing looks like a lot of fun. This video made me realize, and I kind of knew it, but I never really processed the thought. Like, why do we as humans love scaring the fuck out of people so much? And it's true. I like it too. It's something really fun about just scaring the shit out of somebody. And this thing looks insane. It looks like a lot of fun, to be honest.
Come on. No, hit the car. Turn right. Turn right. No.
See, I mean, something about that, like when you have somebody you could scare the fuck out of them, it's just so fun. He's grabbing his, and she's so terrified. I mean, that shit looks fun, to be honest.
Oh my God!
It reminds me, like, carnivals I used to go to as a kid. Remember the zipper? The zipper was like just a bunch of little cages, kind of very similar to this. And the thing would just go up and around, and you would just be spinning in that fucking cage. as it went up, and I hated that so much. There are some rides that they're just not fun. The pirate boat, you know, the pirate boat that goes like that. I fucking hated that one too, dude. Like, no enjoyment whatsoever. And I like roller coasters, dude. I like fucking badass old school wooden roller coasters that you feel like you're gonna die. Like, I enjoy that shit. But this is like the zipper, but a little cooler and looks like it could be more fun.
You done rolled all on the car. Back up some. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Go back some.
Would you stop? Let's get the fuck off of this shit. Oh my God. Okay, it's a car behind. It's a car behind. It's a car behind. Stop the motherfucker. Damn. Lady, you don't, that's why you don't let black people deal with your shit. You don't, I'm taking it out. Now if you move this and I'm taking it out, I'm a kill. I'm right to kill.
The emergency stop is right there.
Emergency.
I mean, just having somebody like that in the passenger seat that you can just terrify the fuck out of them makes that like 100 times more fun than just doing it by yourself. Anyway, yeah, we every now and then we have some fun videos. What else we got in here? This came out. This is insane. And this cop is a complete fucking moron who's completely lying so he can write a ticket, and then he gets caught lying. And instead of just being, I mean, if I was this cop, I would immediately go, okay, oops, sorry, have a great day, ma'am. But no, this is a perfect example of cops that are just should not be on the force.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, good morning. I'm Deputy Gasala with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. This is why you're being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean,
dude, at this moment, when she pulls up her right hand and I realize, holy shit, she doesn't even have a right hand in this little fucking bullshit lie that I just made up so I can write a ticket and meet my quota and hopefully, be done earlier. Is just falling apart. It's just crashed. Fucking, it's done. I would have just been like, hey, oh shit, I made a mistake. Obviously, I missaw something. You have a great day, ma'am. Does he do that? No, he doesn't do that.
I saw you with the phone in your hand.
Not. So you want to just call this a day? Or?
I don't want to call it a day. You had a hand up manipulating.
You literally just saw that she has no right hand, okay? There's literally no right hand. And you're still going to double down that you definitely saw her with her right hand on the phone.
That's my right hand.
Well, I thought I saw you with your right hand. You had a hand up. The right hand. I saw you.
Well, yeah, but maybe you got like a ghost hand, Maybe like you got like a somebody under the passenger seat and it was their hand, right? And it's like you just, I definitely saw it. No, bitch, you didn't see shit. She don't have a right hand.
Didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But I saw you.
You didn't see me with my right hand.
Okay, so are you
saying that you saw me with my right hand?
I know what I just said. I know what I just said. I'm asking you now. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. You just got caught lying. Just fucking give it up. But these cops, they can never fucking give up their position of power and be like, oops, I was wrong. No, you're lying to me, bitch. I know I saw you talking with your right hand. She don't have a right hand, fuckhead.
Or not have your phone on your hand.
I did not.
You did not have your phone in your hand?
I did not.
Hand to God, you didn't have a phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
The other hand to God, you don't have a phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
Cool. You have your driver's license, registration?
Yes,
shit, maybe you was like this. Maybe you was doing one of these, and I just thought it was your right hand, but it was your left hand doing this. This guy should be fired. He should be fired immediately. Not like suspended with pay. No, he should be fired right now. Get rid of him. Replace him with somebody who's not a fucking moron. Okay? That's my suggestion. What do we got next? Trump supporter. This is Glenn Greenwald, and I think this is the perfect argument for a lot of these people, especially if you're a young kid and you're supporting this Iran war. Like, in my opinion, if you support a war, right? Especially if you're of age where you should be willing to or able to fight in that war. If you're not willing to go and serve and fight in that war, then that's a good little a good little way of telling whether or not you really should support that war. Because if you're not willing to go put your own ass on the line to fight in that war, then you really shouldn't be supporting that war. Bro, you get this guy 2 days in boot camp and he would change his mind. He'd be like, I'm sorry, actually, I don't support the war anymore.
Since October 7th.
0 days in boot camp. I've never wanted to join the military. It would take like something huge, dude. It would take us. Honestly, it would take somebody invading our homeland before I'd be willing to join up and fight. I'm not a military guy. Never said I was. But if somebody was invading our homeland, if there was an army fucking hitting our shores and invading, yeah, yeah, it's just a simple rule of thumb. If you think we Americans should go and die to fight a country, if you think it's that dire that we have to go and kill other people, and you're not willing as a young man to engage in that, then you shouldn't be for that war. That means it's not an actual real fucking dire situation where we have to go to war. That's a good, easy rule of thumb. But these guys are so pussified. They're just like, yeah, let's just kill other people in other countries. I don't got to deal with it. I'm going to just go get my fucking Starbucks latte and fucking watch Netflix tonight. But I think we should go kill these people. Like, nah, dude, you should get off your ass and go fucking fight if you support this shit. What is this? The president? Oh, yeah, this is a report on the president's issues, which is could be propaganda, but then again, it's believable because he is in his 80s now. And this is usually, not always, but a lot of people, when they get into their 80s, very typical.
I do want to see this, during this examination, a credible explanation for his visible health concerns. His bruising, which initially was described as due to vigorous handshaking, which is not credible.
Vigorous handshaking, and then there's another one where he's like, I hit my hand on the desk and all this shit. Or he's taking too much aspirin because he doesn't want to have a heart attack or a stroke, and the aspirin's causing it.
Severe edema in his ankles, which was described as chronic venous insufficiency, when just 3 months before, 1 year ago, his examination disclosed that he had no edema, which would then make it acute venous insufficiency, which is an entirely different thing. And finally, the president has.
Tayam, I'm guessing you're for the war, and you're one of these fucking retards who like, if you're not for the war, then I'm friends with the Muslim terrorists and I support Muslim terrorists. Go suck a dick, you fucking loser. Such a disingenuous fucking argument, dude. Like, oh, your friends that commit these terrorist acts. Go fight, bro. Go fucking to Iran right now. Go join the fucking IDF. You go fight the war, you fucking little bitch. Don't call me a traitor because I actually want to do what's right for this country and not fight stupid wars that just fucking make us poorer and make us more unsafe in the world, you fucking retard. Go watch Mark Levin.
He falls.
Call me a fucker. Oh, you're a terrorist, friends. Go suck a dick, dude.
On multiple occasions with people talking to him in the cabinet room, and was concerned.
Unless I misread what you're saying, Time. It happens. I apologize if I misread what you're saying.
That he might have fallen asleep at Arlington National Cemetery during Memorial Day observances. And chronic insomnia is a severe.
That what your bullshit is trying to lay over? Is that the bullshit I'm trying to lay over? Retard Tayam? Retard Tayam don't even understand basic fucking argument I'm making here about how this war is stupid. It's not worth our time. It's bad for America. Maybe if I talk in retard voice, maybe Tayam will understand. Terrorism bad, Tayam, but so are stupid wars, Tayam. Fucking retards, dude.
It can result in an increase.
You gotta talk like retards so Tayam understand.
In risk of dementia, decrease in cognitive effects in older people. It's equivalent to about increasing your age by about 3.5 years. It increases your cardiac risk of having a heart attack or developing congestive heart failure, and it can produce a decline in your sort of mental functions, like it could increase depression, anxiety. So it's a real problem, and the president appears to struggle to stay awake during the day. And I'd like to hear what the White House has done to evaluate why the president has this increased daytime somnolence, and what they're doing to improve that.
So basically what he's saying is that he's just falling asleep during the day. That's normal for people that get older. They will just fall asleep easily. So yeah, here's my conclusion. He's old. He's fucking old. And this is why we should probably not elect presidents over probably 65. And they need to be like a young 60, not like, because some people, I mean, they barely make it into their 60s and everything falls apart. Some people hold it together in their 60s. Okay? A young 60, no more. Anything older than that, we need to start electing like young presidents. We need to start electing presidents in their 40s. That's what we need to do. That's why I'll be running in 2028, or Alex Jones, actually, 2028. What else we got here? Candace Owens thinks Elon Musk is an alien. Should we watch that one? Or Trump says the Presidential Medal of Freedom is much better than the Congressional Medal of Honor because the Medal of Honor is for people who are in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets or they're dead. While the Medal of Freedom is for healthy, beautiful people. I think he's trying to be funny, but it's like that comes across as pretty fucked up. It's like, yeah, the Medal of Freedom is better because these people didn't get hurt. You know, they didn't fuck up and get injured. I don't know. This is where we're gonna be, dude. I don't know. This almost sounds like I'm tempted, dude. I'm tempted because I have psoriasis and my psoriasis keeps getting worse as I get older. And like the only thing that's gonna give me any relief at this point is a drug called a biologic. Basically, it shuts off like the part of your immune system that has gone haywire. But I can't afford it because it's like $10,000 a fucking
Derek
pill.
Moore 82 super chatted $2. React to Alex Jones is the Doom Guy by The Thinkery.
React to Alex Jones is the Doom Guy by The Thinkery. I think I've seen that like 100 times, brother. But I'll pull it up here. We'll do that at the end, which we're almost at the end already. So here. And what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably do something like this so I can get health. So I can get into, I don't know. I got to look up, will the prison provide you with biologics? With $10,000 pill biologics? I don't know, but this guy literally robbed a bank so he could get into prison and get the healthcare that he needed. Crazy.
Said, this is a bank robbery. Please only give me $1.
James Richard Verone was charged with robbing the RBC Bank in North Carolina just so he could get free health care in jail.
I started to walk away from the teller, and then I walked back and I said, I'll be sitting right over here on the chair waiting for the police.
He came to the bank because he was unemployed with health problems and no insurance.
It's called manipulation. Then out of necessity, because I need medical care, then I guess I am manipulating the courts to get medical care.
I'm surprised more people haven't done this because, I mean, our healthcare system is fucked. And it's become this situation where it's like, you know, in an emergency, you're not allowed to gouge people for gasoline. But, you know, when people have health problems, you can gouge them and you can get all these middlemen just sucking off the fucking system. And people aren't able to get the care they need. And it's becoming a problem. And I don't think socialized medicine is the answer because we have a corrupt fucking government. I think the answer is to get all the fucking parasites out, definitely get insurance out of the equation, and figure out just how to make shit more affordable, get all of these middlemen leeches out, and just make it with the doctor and the patient, and like fucking find some way to make it competitive. And I don't know, man, subsidize maybe, you know, I don't know. But socialized medicine's not the answer because, you know, the government's fucking corrupt. It's a problem with socialism and these idiots that are like, socialism. It's like, okay, you know our government's corrupt, so we're just going to give them more money and more power to this corrupt government that's just going to turn around and fuck us and steal our money. But man, it is sad how fucked our healthcare system is. I wish we had some solutions to it. Maybe this is it, dude. Maybe we all need to go rob a bank for $1. Actually, don't. I'm just kidding. This is a joke. But maybe if enough people did this, maybe the banks might figure it out and go, hey, maybe we should figure out how to get people the health care they need.
He believes prison is the best place for that and hopes he's sentenced to 3 years so he can continue to get free health care.
First time I've ever been in trouble with the law. So it's not, you know, it was, you know, I'm sort of a logical person, and that was my logic. That's what I came up with.
Yeah, and that is the thing, man. Joe Budda says A patient cured is a customer lost. That's what it is now. I mean, they're basically just like used car salesmen, all about the money. A lot of these doctors don't even think on their own. They're getting their orders from above. And it's just about how do we make as much money as possible. And it's like, okay, but this is capitalism. Yeah, okay, this is capitalism, and I understand that. But we're talking about health. We're talking about life or death. And everything that doctors used to stand for, even in our capitalist society, do no harm, like they would go out of their way to make sure people got the care they needed because that was the moral thing to do. All that's out the window now. And it's just a money grab. And, if people die, well, fuck it. Fuck it, right? Let's check in on David Lee Roth. Look, I don't know if you guys know this, but David Lee Roth is a very underrated musician. He happens to be one of the most talented musicians of my lifetime. And let's see how he's doing. I don't know if he knows this, but is that even a note? What chord is he playing here? I don't think he even knows how to play guitar. I mean, this is sad. This is like some fucking, why would anybody like approve this and be like, yeah, that's cool, keep doing that? Like somebody should have told him like, this is fucking I mean, this is kind of sad, to be honest. I thought it'd be funny, but now I'm feeling kind of sad. This is like your 8-year-old kid when he picks up a guitar and just starts going, ooh, 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 and he's having so much fun and it just sounds fucking terrible. And he's looking at the audience like, yeah, that was good, right? Shit, that was so good. It's like, no, dude, that was fucking terrible. Give the guitar to the fucking guitar player, please, okay? Stick to singing, which you probably can barely do now because you're, I don't know, 100 years old. But my God, dude, it's getting sad. Those are chords? What chord is that where you just hold the bottom 3 strings? He's just holding like the, what is it? E and fucking D and fucking G, right? Right? E, A, D, G, G, B, and E. He's holding G, B, and E. It's not even, that's not a power chord. I don't know what it is. I don't know what chord that is. Yeah, I'm not a guitar. I mean, I do play guitar, but just very badly. And I do know some chords. And I don't think that's an actual chord. Oh my God. That's only 18 seconds of this. This goes on. Dude, the crowd should have not cheered because they're just encouraging him. Okay, so that's a blues riff that's played very terribly. Is he in a different tuning? He's in drop tuning? Okay. He can't even hit the right fucking fret. Guys, there's no way to make this. There's no way to like justify this. Like he has no fucking clue what he's doing, and he's a rock star, so the audience is gonna love everything he does, even when it's fucking terrible.
See now all my flavor, and I'm guaranteed to satisfy.
Okay. All right, now it actually sounds like music, so I'm gonna stop. The other part, I was like, I could play this because there's no way this is gonna get a copyright claim because this is not music. He's just hitting random chords and going, ah! But yeah, the Ice Cream Man song. Finally, the real band picks up and starts playing. Thank God. Oh, this is great. This is why you shouldn't smoke marijuana, guys. I think honestly, after watching this, I'm completely against marijuana now.
Think marijuana is harmless? Think again. Think marijuana.
By the way, this is AI, dude. You're telling me, look, AI might be the Antichrist and going to completely destroy the world. But my God, some of these videos are great. This video is AI generated parody from Retro Sludge. I mean, it would be hard to tell. This is how good AI is getting now. Like, this legit looks like a PSA from the 80s. It is like believable. It's funny. All right, what was the one you wanted me to watch here? Alex Jones is the Doom guy. Okay. Let me pull this up, the Thinkery. Or it's from the Thinkery. Let me pull this up. Who's the one that suggested this again? Derek Moore. Here you go, Derek. This one's for you. Shout out, Derek. Thank you for the super chat. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. This is 7 years ago. Yeah, I've definitely seen this. By the way, I did at one point write a whole fucking screenplay. That's what that... Let me pull. Do I still have Odyssey open? Well, where did I go? Odyssey. There you go. This whole little cartoon I made, I wrote a whole fucking script for this shit. And the guy I was working with, it really pissed me off because I would write a script and give him everything, and I'd be like, and then he was gonna provide, you know, the cartoon, the animation, and then I was gonna edit and put it together. And twice I worked with him, and both times he delivered like 10% of what I asked him to deliver. And then he would go in his own direction, and then instead of giving it to me, he would post it on Instagram. But dude, I had a whole fucking script about Alex Jones going to hell, fighting the devil. Like, Alex Jones like does DMT, and like he goes to hell and he fights Bill Gates and the devil. It was a whole fucking script. But it ended up just being kind of very simple. Much shorter, and I just fucking posted it, but I was kind of disappointed because it didn't reach the level I wanted it to get to, but it was still fun. And let's watch it. Let's watch it. And then we'll watch the other one.
Almost everyone commits murder for food. Almost everyone resorts to cannibalism or commits suicide. I'll admit it. I will eat my neighbors. Satan time!
And then I had to do all this extra work to create the scenes because he didn't like deliver the way I fucking wrote it out to be delivered. So I'd have to like go in and like, all of this is all edited. Anyway, I gotta stop complaining. No, oh God, I can't remember what the guy's name was. But he did like all of the animations look like Simpsons, like he used like just generic Simpsons shit. And he would take like videos I would do, and then he would add an animation over it and post it to Instagram. And then I ended up reaching out to him, and I was like, dude, if I give you a script, can you provide the animations? Let's make like a badass fucking like short film cartoon. And it was always, he would always give me like 10% of what I asked. And it was, I think he just wanted a big paycheck. And it's like, dude, I can't pay you. That's just the way it is. I can't pay you. You can post it on your channel. You know, I'll fucking, what was this guy's name? I think it's in here at the end somewhere. Infamous Animations, I think. Not a bad dude. I don't mean to like shit on him or anything, but it's just disappointing because I had like this grand vision that never came to fruition. I wish I needed to learn how to do animation.
I have been thinking very deeply about what's going on. I'm just gonna be honest. I'll eat your ass.
This was during COVID, all the lockdowns and shit.
I will. I'll eat my neighbors. They sit there on their knees. unleash their god, the devil, begging for power and begging for Satan to empower them, they will burn in hell. Didn't you understand? You unleash the animal. You think you got me chained up? I'll chew my arms off and bite your neck off. I'm so ready to die, but I want to make sure on the way down, I take you with me. I will eat your ass. You're gonna burn in hell. You're gonna burn in hell. You're gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, all this shit, like, I had to like stretch out the animations as far as I could to try to meet the fucking.
You're gonna burn in hell. My babies ain't gonna die for your crap.
Yeah, I had to go and get this little fucking zombie baby from Adobe. It was an Adobe asset I had to license because he didn't give me the animation for this. So I had to add it myself. It's pretty dark. But there was a whole finale and all this where he wants to take on Bill Gates and like he fucking takes some DMT and like he goes around like trying to kill his neighbors and then he gets like some DMT and then he goes into the DMT realm and he has this whole showdown with Satan and Bill Gates. And that just became like one little scene where he cuts Bill Gates open. And it's like, oh, there was supposed to be a whole. Anyway. Creating content's not easy, dude, especially when you don't have. I mean, I realize animation is hard, but I didn't give the guy a time frame. He could have taken 5 years to make it for all I care, you know? But then what he do is he makes it and then he puts it out on his Instagram, like a minute and a half video, and like I don't know. It was so frustrating because you know the potential is there, and then it never gets met.
Killing people's like taking a crap is so easy. Satan time! I swear to God, it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna get my hands around your throat. I will eat you. Judgment Day is here.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Yeah, Infamous Animation. Shout out to him. He seems like, I'm sure he's a good dude. He tried his best, but it's just disappointing when you have a grand vision for something and it doesn't come close to it.
At L_Yefa-67 super chatted $20.
Thank you, Jefe.
Another masterpiece by the great Pink Trip.
Yeah, we did the best we could. We did the best we could. I'm glad you liked it, bro. All right, we'll get back to this Doom one. It just reminded me of that video. I was like, and I saw it earlier. I was like, oh, let's just play it. Thank you, Jefe, for the 20, brother. Much love. The iodine thoughts. Ha 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 ha. Oh God, eating fantasies. I remember it went pretty viral when he was like, I'll eat your ass. Yeah.
They're not human. I don't like them.
This
They
is a good
smell
game, by the
like
way.
sulfur. These people are not freaking humans. This is their plan, people. These are demons. They're demons.
Corporate says we should let them go.
They're freaking interdimensional invaders, okay? I came knocking on your door 1,000,000 times, and you laughed at me.
Access granted.
The soundtrack to this first Doom was so fucking good, bro.
It's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. They demon damn to hell! Because you don't love the spirit of justice.
Did Sargon of Akkad make this? It says Sargon of Akkad at the top. Yeah, I guess Sargon of Akkad made this. he still around, Sargon of Akkad? What happened to that guy?
A demonic world. You love your father, the devil. You love death more than life. So you go with your father forever. And I know our species is stronger than you and better than you. We're gonna beat your ass. Get that through your head. I see you real good. You inhuman, soulless pieces of trash. Yeah, take them on. Let's wanna fight? You're gonna get one. God damn demon.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is.
I know there was a few more of them. Automatically playing the Markiplier. Was it 10 years ago? Markiplier. I mean, some people just like, they have all the success in the world on this fucking platform. This guy didn't he make anybody see his movie, or does his movie even come out yet? All these YouTubers making movies, and I'm here fucking struggling to get 200 viewers, dude. What a life. What a life. I guess I just suck. That's what it is. I fucking suck. Everybody else is good, and I suck. Much love, everybody. It's been a fun show. I'll be back. I'll try to do a couple more shows this week. Turn on the bell. It doesn't work, but you should still turn it on. Subscribe and turn that bell on so you can not get notifications, even though you've told YouTube you want to get notifications. You can also join the Discord. That's where you definitely will get notified when the show is coming up. And, you know, links are in the description, all that stuff. We got 106 likes already. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for the support. El Jefe, thank you for the 20. MFG, thank you for the 10 gifted. Everybody else who's super chatted, you guys rock. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Pink Trip Show. We'll see. I'll try to do as many as I can this week. I'm sleeping like Trump lately. I'm getting like 4 hours here, 4 hours there. So, you know, a little rough sometimes. At 9 o'clock, I'm just fucking exhausted. But today, I had a lot of energy, so I'm like, let me do the show. But we'll see you on the next one, guys. Much love. Have a wonderful night. And take care, okay? Be good. See you guys later. Have a good one.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notification.